What up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. I am your host, Mike Fury, and I make informative videos just like this one, so please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any future content. And welcome. This is a long time due. As a person who loves guides and loves doing legendary guides and helping you guys find the best weapons and making sure you guys have the most fun possible within all of these great RPGs that exist, I always knew I wanted to do a Fallout New Vegas Ultimate Edition guide. Now, granted, I will be also talking about the regular base game as well, just in case there's still people out there that do not have the Ultimate Edition. Granted, it is on sale right now as of today. It's also on sale all the time, and you can literally find it under 10 bucks, and it is legit one of the best bang for your bucks that I have ever seen in terms of just content, because you can literally play the game on regular, normal, hard difficulty and then have a completely different experience when you jump into the hardcore mode that literally changes basically the basic functions of the game, or the foundation of the game. Now, this is a beginner's guide, and I'm going to be going through what is essentially the best start for beginners. Now, I will also have little side notes for people who have the audacity to play this game 2 and 3 and 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8, 9, 10 times, like myself, and absolutely adore this game. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. The first thing we're gonna do, I already jumped the intro. I've already established what my character looks like. Those are things that are neither here nor there. But the first thing we're gonna do as a beginner, the first thing you wanna do is, when he decides to stop letting me talk and actually go through it. Now, you can read through this whole entire thing, like legit. I'm not gonna go ahead and read that. This is very contingent upon what kind of character you want to build as well. Now, you could read every single one. For example, let's go back. It is a little slow. That is a real thing. Let's go all the way back to strength. So strength, extremely useful. The traits that it affects, or the things that it affects: melee combat, obviously, unarmed combat as well, inventory weight, of course, damage, of course, weapon effectiveness. Certain weapons have certain weights, and therefore, what are you doing with this big bumper sword and it weighs 2 tons and you're out here scrawny like a mother? That's essentially what it is. That is how it affects things. So your effectiveness with weapons will be different depending on if you hit that threshold or not. If it requires 6 and you have 5, it's going to be weaker in damage because you're not going to be able to hit it or you're not going to be able to use it as well, and so on and so forth. Perception. In no way, shape, or form do you ever need more than 6 perception. You just don't. It's just nothing that you're gonna be able to see throughout the whole entire game. You actually go through the game and you'll be fine with 6. You could also get a bandana or a piece of garment or a hat or something like that. I like wearing Indiana Jones hat. We'll talk about that later. For almost the whole entire playthrough, it's a perception hat. It adds a point of perception if you really need to have an extra few points, and you could always add a level of perception to it, but you really doesn't need. It affects explosiveness, lockpicking, energy weapons, accuracy, and in reality, all of those things are cool. The only thing it truly adds to anything is the compass. That's all it is. All it is, because as soon as you get higher in guns or get higher in certain weapons and things of that nature, your accuracy really isn't affected. And if you're going to melee build, it doesn't even make sense. You could also lockpick up. So if you add a point of perception, yeah, those skills are gonna be higher, but they're not that necessary. So perception, if I were you, I'd keep at 5. Oh, by the way, on strength, I would put 1. So you're at 6, 5. Endurance, you're gonna want to put another point on endurance. Reason being is because it just makes you tanky. It helps with your survival, especially on your first playthrough. You're gonna understand that there's certain things that just hit extremely hard. We're not gonna talk about death claws right now, and we're not gonna talk about the damage threshold that we will talk about later on when I'm giving you guys the best tips of the actual skills and perks that you should pick. So right now, put 1 in endurance. Charisma. This is a yes or a no, depending on who you are. I'm a smooth talker. All of my playthroughs, I've always had a 6 or a 7 in charisma, but now in hindsight, you could really get very far throughout the whole entire game with just a regular 5 charisma. You don't really need 6. Now, granted, having a high charisma does affect the skills that you see on the board. Bart, speech, helps your companions. I really don't understand what nerve is, but hey, that's okay. So essentially, but it does come up with particular moments where you'll need high charisma to be able to do speech checks, and that's very seldom. That's like sporadic here and there. Next up, intelligence. Intelligence, yes, I would say add 1 to intelligence. Science, repair, and medicine are extremely useful. Whoops, I put 2. They're all extremely useful, and on top of that, intelligence scales with your points, so your skill points. So let's say right now you start off with, if I'm not mistaken, it's either 13. I found I'm mistaken. Start off with 13 points or 12 points, and then every time you go up a level, you'll get another one, and it scales like that. So you'll go from getting 13 points per level up to like an 18 or something along those lines, if you were to max it out. Now there's obviously builds that we're gonna talk about, like max intelligence build. I have a whole build that I've designed called the Iron Man build, which obviously takes advantage of max intelligence, but at the same time, do you really need it for your first playthrough? Not so really. So just put 1. Gifted, you're obviously an intelligent person on the wasteland, in the wasteland. And then we'll go to agility. Agility is by far one of the best perks in the whole entire game. The reason being is because guns are directly affected by it. The sway of the guns is affected by your agility. The amount of reloading that you do is affected by your agility. Your sneak is affected. Your speed of walking is affected. Action points, which are what you use for VATS, and then regeneration or action point regeneration. Those are all affected by agility. Agility is extremely useful, especially since guns are at least, I want to say at least 80% of the game. It just is. So agility, we're gonna pop 1. Cat-like. And then finally, luck. Luck is extremely useful, not only for critical hits, but also for just general luck around the world, including gambling. And New Vegas is very synonymous with gambling. So gambling, we're gonna put 1 as well. We're gonna put 1 on luck, I am sorry. But they just affect all your skills and just affect certain notions, certain things around the world. It's better to be lucky than unlucky, basically what I'm telling you. So essentially, that's what it should look like. It should be 6'5", 6'6", 6'5", 65, 6'6". Good goddamn. Alrighty. That is what your
standard score there, but
your score, standard score, pretty standard score. The next thing we're gonna do is essentially we're gonna pick.
But that don't mean them bullets didn't leave you nuttered in a big
traits and the perks, the tagged perks, essentially. And we're gonna pick the perks that we're gonna be using in the wasteland. Now, we're gonna take advantage of something that we like to call in the people, like the people who play Skyrim, Fallout 3, all of those games, Starfield. We're gonna take advantage of a little known thing called the bugs. Essentially, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do survival, we're gonna do repair, and we're gonna do barter. The reason why we're doing all 3 of those things is because we need them to be able to get the most out of what we're gonna do. So essentially, don't ask questions. Barter, repair, and survival. That is what we're doing. It is very essential that you do the next thing. Skilled is bugged. So these are the traits that you start off with, right? Now, if you want to get, like, if you want to be the most overpowered person, you would grab good nature and you would grab skilled. Those would be because it's going to give you the most bang for your buck in terms of skill, and the downside is very ineffective. Skilled in general is just bugged because you can technically take it 3 times within the game. One at the start, another one after we respec it, and then another one after we go to Big Mountain, which is one of the DLCs. This is only for, essentially, only for the people with the Ultimate Edition. They would have that. For people who don't have the Ultimate Edition, you would still want to pick skilled because it's still bugged in general, but you can only grab it 2 times instead of 1, which is still, it's only for the start of the game. In reality, we're only taking it for that. But here's the thing, that's if you want to be extremely overpowered already from the start of the game, good natured and skilled. That's not what I'm doing for beginners. Beginners, you shall pick 2. You shall pick skilled. Skilled is definitely going to get chosen, but you're going to pick Wild Wasteland. Wild Wasteland just adds a level of whimsy, a level of ridiculousness and weirdness to the wasteland, and it just adds a certain, like, a bunch of references, and it's just overall cool. Like, that's just it is. As your first playthrough, for your second and third and whatever the case may be, you can do whatever you want, or you could pick good nature. But for your first one, Wild Wasteland. Always loot Doc Mitchell's house. This is the next step. You're always gonna loot Doc Mitchell's house. So if you want, you could do this. You could go over here. He's not gonna kick you out, so you just come over here. Where'd he go?
Here.
Gives you a bunch of stuff, gives you a Pip-Boy. Thanks for patching me up, Doc. And then he tells you where you should go next. And obviously, we're not gonna pick in the hardcore mode, so no, not recommend. But we are gonna do this. Completed it, got the Pip-Boy 3000. We're taking his hat. We're taking his caps. Don't worry about the pre-war books. We're coming over here. If you want to grab the knife to defend yourself, you can. It's not really necessary because they're going to give you a bunch of stuff when you leave it. But just in case you want to sell it. We're taking the stim packs. We're taking the purified water. There's a bunch of skills that are tied. We're taking the gourd seeds. In reality, if you want, you could take all the food items because it's just food. And you're essentially going to need them either now or later. You're going to come over here. You're going to take all his cartons. Why? Because we're going to sell them. Gonna make sure there's nothing else. You're gonna come over here. You're gonna raid his fridge. We're taking the maize and taking that. We'll take the junk food as well. It doesn't even matter. Yeast. We're not taking the yeast. Gonna come over here just in case. You're gonna look around. They ain't nothing but cleaners. All right. What is it? There's something else. I'm drawing a blank right now. Oh yeah, here we go. Foot Locker. You're going into the Foot Locker. You're taking the rounds. We already took his hat. Metal Brace, you're gonna come over here. You're gonna take the Rad-X, the stim packs, the anti-venom, because you will fight rad roaches. There's a gun case here. Grab this, grab the drain cells, grab the carton of cigarettes. You're gonna come over here. You're gonna take the Today's Physician. If you wanna take the reading glasses, by all means, you can take the reading glasses if you pick the reading perk. Over here, this is one of the reasons why you want the repair perk. Automatically activate, we can repair it. We just got a 9mm submachine gun. We're gonna take these. I'm gonna drop that empty bottle of sarsaparilla. Another thing you wanna do. I think that's it. I think for the most part that's it. No, there's a Med-X right here. And I think for the most part that is all. So now, what you're gonna do next is, now that you're done looting this house, you're gonna loot the town. Now there's a few places in particular that I want you to loot. 2 places in particular. So there's this house, if I'm not mistaken. We're also gonna go into Vic's shed. And there's specific things that I want you guys to take. This right here. So, make sure I'm hidden. I'm playing on a controller as well, guys, so just to let y'all know. So that little magazine right there, you're gonna take this single fire shotgun with its shotgun rounds. Granted, you do have a cool shotgun already, the sturdy caravan shotgun. Again, you're just basically equipping yourself for what is to be. You're gonna take that too. What is to be when you leave. This is another one. This is your first Sunset Sarsaparilla Star bottle cap. We're also gonna steal the sarsaparilla. You're gonna come over here. You're gonna come into Vic's shed or Vic's shack. Turn on your Pip-Boy light. It's a quick thing. You're gonna grab this weapon repair kit. Keep in mind, since it's all white, you can take everything. Vic doesn't need any of this. He's a robot and doesn't need it. Fission batteries. You can look around. He's a robot. He doesn't use any of this stuff. But in reality, we're coming here for the ammo. It's essentially what we're doing. There's nothing in there. Look around. Now, I will tell you one thing, though. Grab scrap metal, because you're gonna need it later, because your first companion is gonna benefit off of your repair. And you could get him early if your repair is high enough and you just have the parts. So we need to find a sensor module, but again, that's a whole entire thing. That's a whole entire other thing. So we already took this part, so we're gonna go over here. You're gonna go into Aid and you're gonna take Chinese Army Spec training, and that just gave you 3+ in sneak. We are going to come over to this little boat. You're gonna grab all of these. Grab all the sarsaparilla bottles. Just take them. We're already here. You're gonna need them. They're very useful when it comes to healing early game. These are your workbenches. One's a reloading bench, one's a workbench. We'll talk about crafting later. Not in this same video. We're already up to like 23 minutes. Holy crap. All right, we're almost halfway done. Halfway done. We're not even close.
You must be the one Doc Mitchell.
All right. So what you're gonna do, first of all, all of the light armor, there's a price that you have to pay in the game when you're being a loot goblin. You have to manage your weight properly. So one of the first things that I recommend, this is like step number 45, I don't even know anymore, is the Armored Vault jumpsuit. You're gonna get rid of that. Sell it. Same thing with this lightweight metal armor. We're not gonna do anything with it. The tribal raiding armor is another one. We're not doing anything with it. The only armor you should have right now, because of the weight distribution to the damage threshold, which is the number 8 that you see right there, is the lightweight leather armor. And the best part is that it makes you look like Mad Max. So there's that. You're also gonna sell all of the cartons of cigarettes. And I think that's it. I don't think we need to sell. You can sell the knife. You don't want to sell anything else though in reality, because you're just very skimpy right now. So we just made 500, 400. Easy. Easy, easy, easy. Now, shovels are extremely useful, but we're not gonna do shovels.
Customer.
Now, after you've done that,
now.
some people know the game very well, and on their second playthrough, they don't want to do the tutorial. But for first beginners, I highly recommend doing the tutorial. It's very simple. You're going to come over here. Oh, whoops. No, we're not going to do that. You're going to come over here.
Cheyenne, stay.
You're going to talk to Sunny Smiles. You kneel down.
That's the right idea. Look, try crouching.
And this is what you want to do. You can shoot them, but you can use the machete. The machete's super powerful. You really don't want the hide, but why not? One won't kill anybody. So you're gonna come back. You're gonna talk to her. The tutorial's very simple. It's very.
You're getting.
And then she'll come and take you over here. A gun, and you are doing this. She can take some of your XP sometimes. That's what I'm trying to say. Just be careful. How you doing? Now we always take the meat, of course. And then what you want to do right here is grab the shovel. You're gonna need it later. Now over here, there's somebody getting jumped by the same stupid geckos. He's out there going crazy. Just swinging that thing like it's a... And you're gonna want to talk to her.
Holy moly.
Go back here, and now we get to loot the water tower. Alrighty, so you've done that. First thing we're gonna do, remember that shovel I was talking about earlier? You could also take the blowfly meat. I don't like the blowfly meat. It just doesn't do as good as it can. We're gonna go over here, we're gonna raid we're gonna grave rob. Essentially, that's what the shovel's for. We're grave robbing. I'm gonna grab that in a bit. This is where they actually buried you, and this is where Vic pulled you out of. Each and every single grave, we're gonna come over here. Hydra's pretty good later on. Take the bottle caps. You could take this coyote tobacco. Take the rounds. And essentially, that's about it. Now, oh, okay, I think I missed this one. Yep. Single shotgun. Alrighty. So you've reaped the graves. And now we pick up the globe. This is another thing. This is a pretty big quest if you want caps. You don't need it, but it's a big quest. So you have to find all of the snow globes throughout all of New Vegas. And they're cool. You take them back to Big House, you sell them, caps. It's cool. But what you came here for is this. For that flower, you can also see cigarettes, distinctive cigarette butts. The reason being is because at the start of the intro, Benny was smoking cigarettes. They're all over the place. And we haven't wasted any bullets, by the way. Get out of here. If you want, you could grab the forelegs. They're not, they're okay. And we're gonna grab the Xander fruit, and Xander fruit. But before we do that, we're gonna come in here and we're gonna kill all the mantises. Now, if mantises are small enough, you could actually step on them. Those ones are pretty big. So we shall not be stepping on it. That's some good XP right there. So there's another one over here. And I think if I open it, if I touch it and don't open it, it comes out. Sometimes they pop. I don't know what triggers them popping. They pop and then they start spewing out of there. Or if I wait long enough, I don't know. Let's see. Bobby pins. You're gonna grab the Programmer's Digest. There's another book somewhere around here. Something like that. Oh, it's back here. There's another book. You're gonna need them. You just, trust me, you're just gonna need them. So you're gonna come over here and it's gonna tell you that you don't have enough science skill. This is the reason why I've been picking up books this whole entire time. So when you guys need something like this, you're gonna look for a book that has hacking, no, not speech, science. Programmer's Digest is also the one that's right next to it. So you grab that, take that, and now you are able to hack. So hacking, I'm gonna go into it a lot more into a lot more depth when we do this sort of thing in the game, like when I make the video. Actually, I don't know what I'm talking about. But look, varying, it says 5 out of 7, which means that if you do that, then you know at least 3 words are right. So 4 words of hanging and varying are correct, which the placement of it is very important. So if the A is in the second spot, the ING is in the last 3 spots, then you know that the word that we're looking for, if 4 words are correct, and those are the ones that are in pair with both of them, those 4 words, then the word that we're finding is gonna be like that as well. It's gonna have an A as the second letter, and it's going to have ING at the end. Warning. See how it works? I'm gonna get more in depth into that when I make the actual video, but you're gonna do this and then you're not going to unlock it. Why? Because we could get more XP if now we use the lock picking. So now we're gonna look for the Locksmith's Reader. And we're gonna use that magazine. And now we know a little bit more about magazine. Granted, those are temporary buffs, so they will waste. And now you just look for the spot. Very, if you've played Skyrim, very similar to that. We got mentates, we got stuff bowl, we got pre-war money. Pre-war money is very easy to sell. And I think that's it. You come over here, you find a couple more bobby pins, Programmer's Digest, and our Locksmith's Reader.
Let me see what you got.
That's essentially how it works.
Go.
So now she tells you to go get those 2, the root and the flower, and now we can make healing powder. You can make 1. Remember all those meats that we were grabbing? Pause. Now we can make gecko steak. 9 of them.
Hey, that's not bad, see?
No. Now we go back to the saloon, but go back to Goodsprings.
I'm done being nice.
So now you're gonna get this ghost town gunfight started. This is all before you leave town. This is the best start you could possibly have to New Vegas. Never mind. Let's talk to something else. Let's talk about something else. Remember that repair skill that we grabbed earlier? Watch us put it to good use. So you can, you want to don't be like me. Don't skip all of this. You want to hear all of this because it's important, because it gives you a lot of information and sets the foundation of where the story's going to take you. So
sure, the outside looks
busted radio. You level up. So in level up, I naturally say on your first level up, you want to know what you want to get into. Now, some of you guys are Call of Duty kids. Some of you guys have a fancy to basically blow things up in explosives. Some of you guys like laser beams. It all depends on what you want. I like melee combat to start because the machete and just weapons that are melee, yes, you got to get in close. But granted, not a lot of people that you have to get in close with, they like have natural defenses against melee. Like they may have a little bit of damage threshold, but not too much. You want to put repair, get to repair to level 45. And get guns to as high as you can. Reason being is because you want light touch. Light touch can only be acquired at a level 45 with 6 agility. Light touch helps you with 5% higher crit chance, and you suffer 25% crit chance against you. This is extremely broken, and there's a reason why we're gonna grab one of these two. You're either gonna grab junk rounds or you're gonna grab light touch. They're really good, and they're part of, this is only for the Ultimate Edition users. If you're not using Ultimate Edition, then I advise you to put it all in gun and grab Rapid Reloader. But you want to grab light touch if you have the Ultimate Edition, because this is a perk that we could take this off and then we could just keep on going ahead with the actual perk. It will not reset after we reset our stats. Watch what we do. So we're gonna grab light touch. Once we grab light touch, we're gonna go over here to this active radio and we're gonna repair it for her. There we go. Then we're gonna come back right back to her. You're gonna talk
Feeling
to her.
thirsty?
I fix your radio. You're gonna barter a little bit. Remember barter? Barter, we got. There we go, and we got a little bit more. This also brings you very, very close to level 3. But just try your best to reach level 2. If you do all of that, you'll reach level 2, no problem whatsoever. After you're done with this, it's telling you where to talk to Ringo to see how you can help him. Now, if Ringo's in a very particular spot, come over here. He's gonna pop up. He's gonna tell you, hey.
That's close enough.
If you're going to shoot, you better not miss.
Sorry about the gun. You just caught me off guard, that's all. We got off.
Let's play a game of Caravan. What are the rules of Caravan? He gives you the deck, but we're not playing right now. So you're gonna hear him out, you're gonna have this conversation with him. Maybe I can help, ask around, Alrighty. After that is done, you're gonna come over here, you're gonna grab boxing times. You are going to go into over here, grab the doctor's bag, they're extremely useful. Look to see if there's any boxes that you can empty out. Nothing in here is off the table, essentially, so you'll be fine. Grab this whiskey. Look up the sack. Grab this maze, you're gonna need it. Go into the crate. Go into this sack. Brahmin steak is always good. Stim packs. Box, all right. So he falls asleep. And go into his duffel bag, because why not? But I'm gonna show you guys a little trick. Drugs in the game are a really good thing, and we're gonna talk about drugs in a little bit, but let's go ahead and see. Right now we have 22 lockpicking. 22. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab these mentats. Remember how perception helps with lockpicking? I just popped a perk, not playing. And now we got 25. See how that works? And now I could go ahead. And yeah, I'm gonna rob him. So now after we talk to Ringo, we wanna go ahead and we're gonna talk to Sunny Smiles. Well, that was easy. All right, she tells you what everything we gotta do. Talk to her, especially talk to her about the bobby pins and how to make more caps. So we're gonna come over here. She is...
So you're planning on taking on...
She's been convinced. We come over here. Talk to her with sneak if you want to. If you have the speech, if you decided to invest in speech, you could do it with speech. Every single one of these that you complete.
Howdy.
So here we're missing a little bit of explosives. So we'll come back over here. And we'll do the same thing with the mentats. Mentats.
Howdy.
And now we have it cleared. And now the last thing I gotta do is I gotta talk to Doc and I gotta talk to this guy. And I don't think these two take
How?
a lot of
You looking to
convincing.
buy some supplies?
We need some powder gun. We need some armor.
You made
Barter,
your-
we already have. And then we go talk to Doc Mitchell, so he could patch us up after the big fight, essentially. And that gives you, I found I'm mistaken, a free patch up. So you could go tell him, hey, I'm riddled with bullets. Save me. Give me some stimmies. Give me that stimulus package. That Biden package. Oh, Lord have mercy.
Welcome back.
You're gonna come over here, you're gonna tell them, hey, the town's being attacked, Hurt, And now you have everybody. Now you go back to Ringo, if I'm not mistaken. Go back to Ringo, let him know, hey, everybody's on board. Again, something's off about this because there's a guy who, because I have all my caps, he came, well, when I did this, he came out of nowhere and decided to strike up a conversation with me. I wonder why. Alrighty. Come over here.
So what's going on?
Sonny's with us. Let's do this.
Time to look alive. The powder gangers are here to play.
Now here, what you want to do is you want to take out as much as possible. Why? Directly tied to XP. Now you could use the dynamite. The dynamite makes, even with your low skill, the dynamite makes short work of everybody. You could use any type of weapon in reality, but the dynamite is just extremely powerful. Come into the yard. Joe Cobb is mine. That's the whole entire thing. Vilified by the powder gangers. This is what you want. And now you're idolized by Goodsprings. Come in here and you're just gonna loot. Desperado cowboy hat. Now you come over here, and this is why.
That was a hell of a
fight. You're gonna come over here, and you're gonna buy beer from this guy. You're gonna buy, not jet. We don't need jet. We need scotch. In fact, buy the stim packs too. You never know. And now we're gonna come over here and we're gonna just buy beer. Buy all the cheap stuff, don't buy the expensive stuff. I bought the scotch, but in reality, sometimes she has vodka. She doesn't have a lot right now. So let's see, let's get some wine in there. It's just a cocktail of alcohol. We're literally doing a Long Island iced tea. So let's see, we got whiskey, we got, how many do we have in general?
Another satisfied customer.
I think I have enough. So we got 7 beers. Seven beers. 1 scotch, that's 8. 7 beers, 7 wines, that's 14. That's 15 plus another 5 wines. That's 5. I need 5 more. Truly,
feeling
give
thirsty?
me some more. Yes, I'm thirsty. I need. Just give me these. Oh no. We're gonna take these scotchies.
Another satisfied customer.
All right. So this is what you're gonna do next. Remember, this is the going above and beyond portion of it. This is why it's a beginner's guide and not just your best start. So now, you're gonna sit here and you're just gonna go crazy. Don't worry, there's no alcohol poisoning. We're gonna take all of that stuff. But you see Day Tripper up there? And there we have it. And you're an alcohol addict. And this is how, if I'm not mistaken, I made it to level 3. There we go. So now here, we're gonna put some into lockpicking because obviously you're gonna need it. Medicine's always a good one. We're gonna do 1 over here. Speech is always really useful as well. And there we have it. That is how you've reached level 3 in New Vegas at the start of the map. Now, We've done that. Here's the thing. If you go into your inventory after doing that, let's fix yourself up. You have a alcohol negative. So what you want to do is you're going to have to wait. 3 days. Alrighty. So after you go ahead and you wait out the effects of the alcohol, we're going to take alcohol withdrawal away from you. So all you got to do is come to Doc Mitchell. He's not going to charge you anything. Yes, cure me. He takes away 50 bottle caps. We got all the benefits of Day Tripper, which is a new perk. All the benefits of doing Day Tripper just like that. Just like that. Super fast. Super duper fast. Now, wait a second. There's one thing I want to correct. I didn't take this man's sexy sleepwear. Old man sexy sleepwear. Alrighty. So now, essentially, this is your character. Level 3. These are the perks. You should have Day Tripper. This makes your chems last longer and makes the effects of food last longer. So it's nothing but a positive. This is the reason why we do it. A lot of the food, when you craft it, has buffs, and that's what makes it last longer. It's just a ROI positive build. So now what you're gonna do is we're gonna do this. Essentially, we've done everything that we could possibly do. We've gotten you to level 3. We've gotten you a bunch of weapons. We've gotten you a bunch of skills. Essentially, the last portions are fully beyond the above and beyond, but I'm trying to tell you guys because I want you guys to be as powerful as you can before you leave this current area. Now, when you reach around this area, now this is the part we're gonna do, and this is the last piece of the puzzle. It's gonna ask you to respec your character, and you're going to oblige. You're gonna say yes. And we're gonna rebuild the character. And it's gonna tell you this is my character. Yes, 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 yes. You're gonna hit X. This part is not the important part. This is the important part. We're gonna do the same thing we did last time. 1, 1, 1, 1. Whoops, not charisma. 1 on luck. So it's 6, 5, 6, 5, 6, 6, 6. And then we hit done. And now we get another bunch of tag perks. Granted, these are all left. We're not gonna get another bunch of tag perks. We're just gonna get another 5 because we're picking skilled again. So skilled, remember, is bugged. It will work again. We grab skilled for the second time, and then we're grabbing Wild Wasteland. We're staying just the same. And now it literally levels you up again. But now guess what? You already have light hands. But we're gonna do this again. Give me a quick second. Guns, melee. A little bit of you can leave repair at 42. They're not going to take the perk away if you want, but in reality, if your guns is at level 3, this is what you're going to do. You could put a little bit of on unarmed, a little bit of science, put 1 on repair. That's fine. And then this time you're gonna grab Rapid Reloader. Now Rapid Reloader, if you're doing a melee build, you don't need this. If you're doing a melee build, you could do Lady Killer, or you can do Confirm the Bachelor. Either one. Naturally, Confirm Bachelor is the better one because Confirm Bachelor is essentially, if you're a guy, you get to kill guys. If you're black, if you're a girl, you're gonna use Black Widow. That's what it's called for the girls, for the females in Fallout New Vegas. Black Widow attacks the males. There's naturally more guys in New Vegas and in Fallout games than there is girls. But you can use Confirm Bachelor if you don't want Rapid Reloader. Also keep in mind, Rapid Reloader is bugged. It is, if you load into a new game, it will naturally not proc. So what you want to do is every time you reload into a game that would take advantage of the rapid reload perk, you just want to switch off the guns. So essentially, here's another thing you want to do. Now that we're here, and look how we got light touch, we still got light touch, and we got rapid reloader, we still got day trip, we got all of that stuff, right? Now that we're here, one of the few things we're gonna do is we're gonna map certain weapons. We're gonna hotkey them. So on controller, you're gonna hold LB, and we're just gonna put them on the D-pad. So on the D-pad, you could just swap. Now, granted, you can't swap. Here's another little tip. You can't swap while you're reloading. Doesn't let you. So keep that in mind. Over here, we're gonna put this. We're gonna put that over there. Put this. And just essentially, you just want to be ready for whatever comes by. Stim packs is always gonna go down on the D-pad. I don't know who made this rule. Maybe I did. I don't know. But we're always going down on the D-pad. And there we have it. So now I'm gonna tell you guys around maybe 3 or 4 locations that I want you guys to do real quick. And again, just to level you back up to level 3, because the XP that you gain sometimes isn't the same. We're gonna get this. I'm gonna hook you guys up with a bunch of drugs, because that's all there is down here. We come down here. We just unlocked fast traveling, Devil's Gullet. It's recommended and it's difficult, so you're gonna use one of the weapons I'm about to show you to use because of a particular thing. So you reach the memorial. The memorial is not the important part. It's 2 parts two of this is the important part. You see this little symbol right here? Oh, right here, right here. Rat scorpions are the worst because of their venom. I got scared a little bit. I did heal. Now we leveled up again. Again, I am putting a little bit into melee because melee is just extremely useful early on in the game. I'm gonna put a little bit into explosives as well. Again, just useful. This is a hollowed out rock. It's essentially what I wanted to show you guys. Hollowed out rock. Sometimes they're gonna have whack stuff like right now. Sometimes they're gonna have some good stuff, some good bullets, some good ammo. You're also gonna come over here and you're gonna check the mounts. But then you'll find, just like in graves, just like in that hollowed spots, you're gonna find graves like this. Look at this. Fueler, flamer fueler, laser rifle, microfusion cells, stim packs. That. And then there's a tire iron. You don't need it. You got better. So now you've done that, we're gonna come over here and you wanna get into the abandoned shack. The abandoned shack is gonna give you a lot of chems. That's what it was. The other place was ammunition, this place is chems. You got anything that you can make it, but you're gonna come back here and you're gonna talk to this little weird guy over here. Let me grab the Sunset Sarsaparilla. He's right here.
Hello.
And this guy's a different type of a-hole.
Can you help me?
What's wrong?
My girl is trapped by geckos on the ridge.
Where
Go
is
up
she?
the path.
I'll see what I can do. So you're a sap, essentially. So he's leading you up here for a particular reason. And for people who know anything about just how the wasteland works, remember what I told you about the Xander roots? Always pay attention, grab the Xander roots. You could only piece certain things together to the point that you understand what they're trying to do. Get your licks in. This is all for XP. This is all for just, you know, setting you up for success. Sure, you keep on moving upwards. Now you gotta be careful. There's a reason why you have to be careful in this. Now remember, all of these geckos, they drop meat. Make sure to pick it up. Watch.
Sorry I tricked you, but thanks for clearing out the geckos. Now I can get to that stash up there. After I deal with you. Aha! You like that?
So he has a little bit of damage threshold, but he shouldn't be a problem either. You like that? Shut up. If you want, you could take his gear too. Take everything he came with. Grab the flower. And now, this is where you need to be a little careful. We're gonna go down, we're gonna get some more stuff. But over here, obviously, this is where the geckos live. Somebody left this. Disarm the trap. Disarming traps, disarming mines, get you experience. Get your pioneer nuts, get your wine. You never know when you might need it. There's another trap over here. Be careful. Come over to this footlocker. Grab that. Grab this. Whenever you get a symbol like that, it's because it's the Wild Wasteland perk being activated. You can just knock the balls down. Johnny's body's really not that serious. You don't really need to. But if you look it up, there's a reason for it. You kind of want to, on your first playthrough, you kind of want to go this way, but I'm going to set you guys up for even more success in the next video. If you want to know what Chance's knife is, which is an extremely powerful melee weapon, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I am going to be releasing that video in the next couple of days, or the next couple of hours. Who knows? It's all up to me. Having trouble catching something. Vats is still behind. Go. Alrighty. The walking portion of it is though. So now you're gonna come up here. And right in this little area, it is known as the Lone Wolf Radio. They play radio tunes. They play tunes. You can come inside. That's what she said. You can read this stuff if you want. It's a really nice little, like, just puts you in the mood and puts you in the, like, the perspective of what some of these people were going through. You're gonna grab this Wasteland Survival's Guide. Come in here, you can grab some of the scrap electronics, etc., etc. You can look up the caps, grab them, caps. Alrighty, guys. In conclusion, we've done everything. We gave you guys, it should look a little bit like this. You should have that because of the headgear we grabbed. You shouldn't have that many rads. You should be in good condition. This is what your stats should look like. Granted, you have an extra point on because of your headgear. This is what your stats should look like. You should be fairly strong and just higher than in your 20s. Almost everything should be over its 20s at this point. Almost everything. You should have 2 perks that are gained by skills. So you should have Wild Wasteland and Skilled. You should have Rapid Reloader if you're going to be using guns. And if you're not going to be using guns, you're going to be using melee. You can grab the Confirmed Bachelor or the Black Widow, depending on if you're a boy or a girl. Light Touch because it is a perk that you get through the, if I'm not mistaken, it's not the GRE. It's one of the, it's not Honest Hearts, it is Dead Money. I believe it's a Dead Money perk, and you could get that one in level 2, and it just adds more crit and makes it so you get less crit, you get critted less. So it's just positive. We did all the drugs and all the alcohol in the world to get Day Tripper. We have a total of, we got a few outfits. You really don't need the few outfits. What you want is the outfits. Always carry the outfits that have perks already on them, or in reality they have skill points, special points already on them. So agility, strength, special, you know, the special ones. Your weapon should be fairly good. You don't really need much. You should have everything that you got from the DLC and a little bit more. You should have ammo galore. We forgot to take the Wasteland Survival Guide, but that right there gave you another 3 on survival. We got the Chinese book inside of the house. We were able to lockpick everything possible. You should be standing right now at a good level 10 and looking very, very motivated to continue to attack the Wasteland. That has been your beginner's guide, my friends. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I understand that it's fairly long. I'll try to make sure that I skip ahead of like the parts that I'm just walking, because imagine nobody wants to see me walk. But yeah, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys want to see the legendaries, I'm gonna start pouring them out and I'm gonna start pushing at least one a day. If you want to see where Chance's knife is, hit this video right here, or hit the video on the left, or hit the video on the right at the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. If you're new here and you want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button. And I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed Fallout New Vegas. You could also check out my Amazon link and my Patreon link down in the description below. $1 a day keeps the landlord away. I'm your host, Mike Fear. It's been a complete pleasure. Until next time, Mike.